Right now, this is another one on sale. Gosh, what a fun show today. Hey, by the way, coming up, we have that brand new blue opal collection that I'm wearing. First time you're seeing it. A lot of you are like not waiting, and I kind of totally appreciate that, because you know what happens when Jay's here and we bring out the new stuff. Typically, everybody kind of goes a little bit nuts about it. But this is red thulite, $30 off tonight. We have the earrings available as well, and this is one of those. And again, it's such a good look and it's so unique that if we have the earrings available, the chances of you matching a red thulite stone and finding it anywhere else and it actually matching this necklace is pretty much zero. So if you can swing it, we don't want you to, you know, go through your budget too hard. This is a great time to get the earrings along with the necklace at the same time. And Angela, my producer, is gonna put the info over there, so you'll see it in just a second. Jay, this turned out so gorgeous.
You know, I love the design on this. And here again, these are exclusive just for the Mindfind show. We handcrafted these just for the show. You can't buy this anywhere else. What's unique about this is not only the sterling silver work and the setting in this, but this material. And this is a material that that I'm aware of. I don't know of anywhere else. There's only one deposit that I personally am aware of, and that's in Norway. And this is mined, it actually comes from a farm. And what you're seeing there in that picture, that is the helicopter. And if you see where they're going down, that white bag right there, that's what they call a lift bag. And that's how they get this out. This, if you saw that water around there, this deposit, it's like a little hill on the farm, and it's surrounded by like a marsh. That water's not that deep. You know, you literally can walk across it. It's not like, you know, it's more of a swampy or marshy area, but it's like a berry. It's like a natural moat so that they can't get any equipment into it. So what they do is, if you see here, they're mining this all by hand. And that's one of the Norwegian miners right there. They do it with what they call pneumatic jackhammers. So they have like a little gas engine thing that they bring in, that's a pump basically that runs a pneumatic hammer, and it's all jackhammered out. They color sort it right there. They do everything. They cob it. They do everything right there on site, and then they mine it for about 6 weeks, and then they bring that helicopter in, because anybody who's ever used helicopters or rented a helicopter that will actually lift that bag of rocks, it is extremely expensive. And so, I mean, literally tens of thousands of dollars to rent that for a day, especially with the pilot and everything, to lift it. And they lift the material. Everything that they've mined in that 6-week period or that 2-month period, they lift it out to, there's like a road out there, kind of a dirt road, and they bring it out there and they set it by the road so they can load it onto the truck and move it. So just getting the material, just mining the material is a process. And here again, you're getting something that's natural from Norway. I don't know of any other natural material that actually has this color. It's such a beautiful, natural, subtle, almost like a red, but like even a raspberry red. It's got a really, it's got a very, very different tone to it. And you really don't see this, this material a lot. You know, actually, even in Norway, it's the Norwegian country stone. It's their national stone. And you very seldom do you see it in any of the jewelry stores. It's very, very, very rare. And that's actually the farm. That's the farmhouse.
It's so pretty there too.
It is gorgeous. And it's Norway.
And I kind of love that you went for it. Like that cab, that pear-shaped, or the pear-shaped cab on the front is big. And again, this is so important to realize. This necklace includes the pendant and the necklace itself. So you're getting the whole thing right here. The entire necklace, which is all the Thulite beads, and you're getting this huge, beautiful, stunning pendant. It looks amazing on Erin. She's kind of wearing the perfect shirt for it. But look at how big. If this were a bracelet, let me give you an idea. I'll put it against my wrist. If this were a bracelet, look at how big that cabochon would be on my wrist as a bracelet. You can see that would be really, really big. I mean, that's substantial. So I like to give you perspective on this, because I think sometimes when we're at home, you're like, is that little teeny thing? It is not. It is really quite long. And the fact that it's on sale, sale. We're at $159.98. The other fact is you're not going to be able to find this anywhere else. You know, you can't go to either end of the mall that's the same kind of stuff on either side, and it could be fake, and you still spend 159 bucks on a necklace for that wedding or that event, and you're like, man, it's all just costume jewelry, and I'm spending so much money because it matches. Or you buy something from Jay that's truly striking and stunning. Something that when you wear it, you go out and people notice it. You don't look like the other 10 moms at the school. You know, you don't look like the other 5 grandmas who are out at the grocery store. You really get a stunning piece. And I love it. Erin's wearing something kind of boho chic and it looks great. But if you wanted to wear this really dressed up, because of the amount of silver and really how your artisans played with that silver and created it, it really has a very dramatic effect as well.
Yeah, you know, what I love about this, well, okay, the silver work, the silver designing on this, again, these are exclusive for the show. This is the only place that you can buy these designs. And we make a limited amount of these particular looks. So it's not like there's thousands of these. Okay, we make a few hundred, it's all we do. So they're very, very limited just in that aspect. This material, again, for 3 years, we had an exclusive. The miner in this case is a lovely man, actually a fairly young man called Christian, and he's my source on this from Norway. And Christian, we had an exclusive for 3 years. And every year what we do is he would bring only the high-end material, we would buy all the high-end material, and he would deliver it to us in Tucson. You know, we kind of gave up the exclusive, and but we do have all the material that we actually have is really of the highest grade. If you do see this material generally, it's not this grade, it's the lower grade. If you do see the higher grades like this, they're very, very expensive. Like I said, I've never really, you know, even in Europe and stuff, I really haven't seen this material that much. In Norway, it's a national stone, and you will see it, but normally you'll see it where they're setting it in gold. And they really don't do like 10 and 14 karat gold much. They do it, but most of this material is set in like 18 karat gold. Really? And they really like white gold a lot for this material.
Really?
So
Well,
actually, you know, where we're using silver, they're using white gold.
Yeah. Yeah, and look at that. Just look at that coloration too. I mean, there's raspberries, there's reds inside there.
And that's all natural, and they'll all be uniquely different. Okay, there's no two of these that will be matchy. It's impossible because they are all natural stones. So, you know, Mother Nature, that's one thing with Mother Nature, she doesn't make anything matchy or identical. But it's from the same lot, it's from that same deposit, that same, if you want to call it a mine, you know, it is a mine, but it's more a deposit.
Is it really?
It's not like
do you think it's a pretty small amount, like he's not going to get a whole lot more out of there, you think?
Well, you know, that is the only deposit. Like I said, he's mined it for the time that we were mining it, that we got in right when he first started mining it. So he's still actively mining it. I don't know if they mined anything in the last 2 years.
No kidding.
So,
wow.
I didn't see him this year in Tucson.
Okay.
But the 3 prior years, well, 5 years ago, for those 3 years, we were able to meet with him, and every year they would mine and deliver it to us. But and then what I think is just so cool is that you're buying something that only comes from one location in the entire planet Earth that I'm aware of.
It's like the Larimar.
Right.
It's like the Larimar. It's one place.
So many of the materials we have. Yeah. Isn't that cool that it only, like you see that, you know it came from that particular deposit.
That is cool. You actually see the people who are doing it, which is really kind of neat. All right, last call. This is it. It's just like the bar closing. This is it. It will not last our 2 hours with Jay. So if you really love the red Thulite, yeah, now's probably the time to get it because it's almost gone. All right, got to check about this. Coming up, we've already sold a couple hundred of these in the preview. It is 100%